Hi, you're listening to Lite Lounge with Dimitri K, broadcasting around the world, award winners and emerging artists from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. In 2025, a startling study in quantum physics revealed that what we call luck may actually follow measurable patterns. Traditionally, luck has been considered entirely unpredictable, something beyond science or control. This research shows that events often deemed lucky or unlucky may actually follow patterns shaped by complex quantum interactions. This breakthrough reminds us that science continues to reveal astonishing truths about the universe, often in ways that challenge intuition. It invites us to reflect on how much more there is to learn and how even luck itself may be part of the intricate patterns that govern existence. While I'm reading this, I already see a practical application of the quantum theory in music creation. If once in a while we're lucky to write a beautiful piece of music, it may have been influenced by hidden structures, offering a sense of order in what has always seemed chaotic. It sounds like clear the chaos in your mind and give way to creativity and beauty.
Absolutely brilliant.
And now, let's see what hidden structures influenced our guests tonight in their writing creativity.
Whoa, whoa, yeah!
Eileen Bluestone Sherman, Emmy Award-winning producer, playwright, lyricist, author, educator, is with us tonight to present her new arts education project, Lienie's Library. Welcome to Lite Lounge with Dimitri K. Eileen.
It's so nice to be here, Dimitri. Thank you so much for inviting me to discuss Lienie's Library. You know, my new project that's all about encouraging younger kids to practice reading through the magic of animated musical theater.
Music as encouragement for reading. What a great educational approach, Eileen. Let's listen to They're on Their Way to the Fair.
All aboard! Get your tickets ready! They're on their way to the fair and can't wait till they get there. She'll have her fortune told, he'll find a gal to hold. They're on their way to the fair. One fellow swallows a knife while tossing daggers at his wife. And folks never tire of the guy who eats fire. They're on their way to the fair. Music, magic, and frills, glitter, sparkle, and thrills, intrigue, shock, and gore. The county fair is this and more. Take a chance, don't be shy. Lady Luck is passing by. She's winking your way, yes, so this must be your day. They're on their way to the fair. Wild, crazy, and loud. Keep on working that crowd. Intrigue, shock, and gore. Hook 'em just right, they'll beg for more. Feel adventure in the air. Dancing girls are everywhere. See the things they do, 3 peaks for the price of 2. Tattoos and muscle, all part of the hustle. They're on the way to the fair.
Your project is all about promoting literacy and love for reading. You are creating a digital library of picture book musicals called Leenie's Library. Each animated song includes orchestrated music, masterful vocals, clever graphic illustration, and silly animation, with the lyrics as the script. But most importantly, all enveloped in an entertaining manner, with strings attached to children's attention, and it works.
Oh my goodness, yes. Music and lyrics are such a wonderful resource for teaching. In my earlier career, I was a theater arts director at Academy Montessori International in Kansas City for over 15 years. And its founder and head mistress of the school, Miss Pam, whom I admired so much, was a great advocate for teaching through music. I saw firsthand how children gravitate to snappy rhythms and rhymes, whether they're tapping their feet, snapping their fingers, or mimicking the words. Then on top of that, think of silly and colorful animated characters. We all grow up with traditional picture books. So just think of Leenie's Library as a set of picture book musicals that come to life through music and movement. What's so terrific is that young kids don't think of them as schoolwork or even think about the learning process. These musical stories are just fun. In fact, each picture book musical opens with the phrase, "just for fun."
So your theater's art director occupation in Kansas, along with the children's feedback, evolved in an attractive picture book musical structure called Leenie's Library. This is where education and fun cross roads. Listening to Mr. Weintraub's grocery store.
Peaches and plums over there, cucumbers and carrots right here. Cantaloupes looking aisle two, right beside the gorgeous honeydew. How about onions for that stew? We've got 'em sure and so much more here at Weintraub's grocery store. Grocery store, grocery store, grocery store, grocery store. Breakfast and peanuts on top. In housewares you'll find a kitchen mop. Or watermelons on your shopping list. Did you want to see the pasta in a twist? Let me help you find the nutmeg, I insist. And cakes galore, let's go explore here at Weintraub's grocery store. Sweep the floor, wipe the door, corn's on sale, add 3 more. Try some cheese if you please. Don't pass up the garden peas or our new imported teas. Don't leave before you take a tour of Mr. Weintraub's grocery store. Grocery store, grocery store, grocery store, grocery store. Olives without green or black. Make sure no eggs are ever cracked. If anything is missing, please don't fret. Like salt and pepper shakers in a set. Paprika or basil, you can bet. And Mr. Weintraub's grocery store, it's not a chore, we'll order more. Ooh, need to feed that dog or cat. Need anchovies rather flat. Or need a place to come and chat. We say again, come in my friend, at Weintraub's store we close at 10. Ding dong, look at the stack. With some more in the back. Salty or sweet, this place you can't beat. Ah, Mr. Weintraub, Mr. Weintraub, Mr. Weintraub. Thank you this way. Have a good day.
Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Paging Mr. Weintraub.
Leenie's Library is by your lyrics and music by your sister Gail Bluestone. recorded with the assistance of dozens of award-winning artists. I see Charu Suri, Vivian Fang Liu, Alex Otey, Ricky Purcell Jr., Jerome Brooks Jr., Sherita Thompson, to name a few, and certainly all of them left their personal fingerprints on your project. How exciting was it to work with a group of such talented people?
Well, because I am both a lyricist and a theater and music producer, I had the pleasure to cast each recording. And yes, I always choose the very best. The incredibly talented and very versatile Ricky Prasad Jr. served as our musical arranger and musical director for all the songs, and both Gail and I worked with Ricky so that he knew the unique vibe we wanted to capture for each picture book musical. Every song is an uptune, but they are all distinctly different. Ricky was great and really quick because he's proficient in every genre and plays so many instruments. Honestly, working on each song was like working on a new musical. After we'd all agreed on the arrangement, then I cast it with world-class musicians and vocalists, whom I know through the Indie Collaborative. I want to give a shout out to them all. Grammy nominee Charu Suri, Grammy and Latin nominee Flor Bromley, Grammy nominee Judy Pankos, and multi-award winners Vivian Fang Liu, Jerome Brooks Jr., Thomas Hutchings, Alex Otey, Kelly Hall Tompkins, Karen Olson, Sarita Thompson, Jira Clark, and of course Ricky. But let me not forget our two Broadway stars, Tony and Grammy winner Debbie Gravitt, and one of the most famous dancers on Broadway ever, Stephanie Pope Lofgren. A resounding yes. I love working with such talented folks. They were all fabulous in the recording studio.
And certainly this group of talents exude a lot of creative vibes. Congrats to all. We're listening to Rotten Apples.
A long time ago, far, far away, hidden in the woods where the children dare not play, there stood very proudly some giant apple trees, whose mighty branches gently swayed to the tempo of the breeze. Each fruit they bore is perfect, so juicy, so sweet. My mouth begins to water when I think of such a treat. The spider saw the splendid place and mischief ooze from a little face.
Ha ha! I thought this scene is not a spoil. It's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect for my toil. Nuts to Mother Nature and all her pretty things. There's nothing so destructive as when a spider stings. The damage shall be painless, no brimstone, no fire. With a few sneaky words, I'll get what I desire. I'll get what I desire.
Rotten apples, rotten apples.
Those juicy goodies now sick with decay. Gross to eat,
Gross to see, yeah, gross in every way.
Gross in every way.
they haven't got crunch,
They'll ruin your lunch.
and it just takes one to
Spoil the bunch. Rotten apples, disease from within. They're bad to the core. Soiled apples,
spoiled apple.
said many times, she'll say once more.
Just one dud turns the cream to crud. Just one think makes them all stink. Just one creep can make a heap of reeking, ruined, rancid, raunchy, really rotten.
Have you forgotten an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Just one flaw in this rosy fruit. Suddenly, Buster, you ain't so cute. One sliver of rot, and what have you got? Reeking, ruined, rancid, raunchy, really rotten.
Have you forgotten apples?
Suddenly, I looked to the sky, and one sweet fruit caught my eye. How you you doing up there? And all that jazz. What presence, what poise, ooh, what pizzazz.
You're kind, my love. It's true, we're sweet. We're told we're the best in the world to eat.
But you, dear friend, are the very best. You're 10 times better than all the rest. Your style, your cool, your sparkle, your shade. Without a doubt, you're the better made. I left that place in a puff of smoke which made all the trees cough and choke. Ooh, I worked my mischief rather well, for that apple stem did swell and swell. Ooh, he told the others of our little chat. He said,
I'm the best, and that is that.
of course all the rest were raging mad and looked the worst they ever had. Then each behaved in a nasty way, and more than enough they had to say.
I'm telling on you for being a snob.
At least I'm not a snitch or a slob.
Don't call us names, you conceited snots.
What's so is so, what is not is not.
And apple gum bananas. You've cracked your core.
You're not so clever.
You're jealous, you're sore.
You smell.
You spit.
You slobber.
You wheeze.
You're dirt.
You're slime.
You're garbage.
You sleep.
They fought, they screamed, they yelled and they shouted. They wailed, they whined, they sniveled and they pouted. Their juices dried out, their sweetness turned to sour. It finally all stopped with the gentle spring shower. Give that spider her due, those fruits went bad. Our closing note is short but sad.
Rotten apples, rotten apples, disease from within, they're bad to the core.
Soiled apples, spoiled apples.
Said many times, we'll say once more. Just one flaw in the rosy fruit. Suddenly, Buster, you ain't so cute. One stump of a rot, and what have you got? Reeking ruin, rancid, raunchy, really rotten, and long forgotten apples.
As I read your notes, in summer 2025, music from the series was translated into Chinese, and hundreds of children and music educators in Beijing were introduced to Leenie's library. This fall, live performances of the music found their way onto the stages of the Clive Davis Theater at the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles and Carnegie Hall in New York. How do the children in the audience relate it to the music?
To be honest, Dimitri, the reason the Bluestone Sisters music has worked and survived for so many years is that Gail and I simply strive to write entertaining musical theater. A good show tune appeals to a 4-year-old, a 44-year-old, or a 104-year-old. Our music finds an audience in all ages. Vivian Fang Lu, who took our music to China, Carnegie Hall, and not too long ago, Lincoln Center, tells me that all the children she trains love our music, and that's why she includes it in her international workshops and choir performances. But I can't tell you how many adults have told me how charmed they are by Leenie's library and its musical picture books.
Every music entertains its own generation, but encompassing generations brings the music to another level. Congrats! And that is a big win.
All right, we're live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the big win. Your stairway to paradise. Lights, camera, action. Come on, let's hear a big hand.
critics are speaking about a vibrant new release, an extravagant, almost theatrical performance. Leenie's library series consistently deliver engaging content for young audience, and all those are so right on target.
I am always very grateful for good reviews. I mean, that's true. And again, I credit our cast of vocalists and musicians who really delivered terrific performances. The artists all told me how much they loved the songs, and everyone had lots of fun in the studio. I think that joy comes through on the recordings.
5 minutes to curtain. Places, everyone.
This is it. It's the big time for this frog. And to think as a tadpole, all I did was complain, complain, complain. You don't believe me? Come, look for yourself. It's a bore to be me, it's a chore to be me. I'd rather be pink or a high fashion mink, not a menial toad, but someone of note, dancing around in a sumptuous coat. Oh, it's boring, it's so boring. It's no fun to be me, it's so dumb to be me. I'd rather be red or a horse that's well bred, not an everyday frog, but someone of class, the cream of the crop, the best of the brass. Oh, it's boring, it's so boring. They say life can be sweet as one of the elite. You stare with the air, I don't care. So I'm working on style, I'm developing charm, I'm praying for diamonds to drip down my arms. It's not cool to be me, I'm a fool to be me. I'd rather be beige or a lion in rage, not a measly tadpole, but king of the beasts, an empress perhaps, a princess at least. Oh, it's boring, it's so boring. I dream of finer things, like pearls and ruby rings. I've a passion for flashing the gold. So give me the limelight, let me hear the applause. If I'm not a star, then it must be because it's a bore to be me, it's a bore to be me. I'd rather be blue or a cow that goes moo. I'd rather be almost any old thing than a dull green frog who can't even sing. Oh, it's boring, I'm imploring. Stop ignoring that it's boring.
Eileen, you have always had a special touch with children's music. I remember in some of the previous for Grammy consideration albums your inspirational Kwanzaa's Pure Light. And here it comes an extension in the same field. When I listened and watched some of your videos in your project Leenie's Library, I feel that the captivating lyrics, vibrating music and imaginative animation might evolve in a children's reflection of the Beatles' magical mystery tour.
Wow, that's quite the compliment. And it's true. Gail and I have had lots of wonderful experiences in the children's music arena. We began our careers writing for Hallmark Card's Children's Theater in Kansas City, and of course, we earned our Emmy Award when writing for a children's television special for Chicago's WGN Superstation. This time around, I do think that our four sensational animators, Ray Chen, C. Zhao, Jasmine Watson, and Noel Smith, captured the equal exuberant joy and creativity with their visual art as did our recording artists in the studio. Put them all together, and Leenie's library is indeed magical.
Talent, excitement, and vision are always the components of magic. And now, from the listeners of Lite Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Eileen Sherman success with her project Leenie's Library, and for those interested to listen or purchase it, where is it available?
That's the best part. There's nothing to purchase. Leenie's Library, a fun and entertaining educational resource on the internet, is free to everyone, everywhere, at any time. Simply visit leenieslibrary.com. That's www.leenieslibrary.com. And there are more picture book musicals on the way, so keep checking back. Thanks so much, Dimitri, for helping me spread the word. I always love chatting with you.
The pleasure is all mine, Eileen, and with We Talk Without Words, good luck with the next stages of Leenie's Library.
How foolish I was to have any fear.
How foolish I was to have any fear. It's easy as pie.
Just give it a chance.
You hear with your eyes.
You speak with a prance.
It's crazy perhaps, but why should we care? As we leap from the ground to soar through the air. As we leap from the ground to soar through the air.
There's no boasting, no shouting, no screeching or debate. There's no surly, sassy, catty, cutting, crummy comments to translate. No tit-for-tat replies, no need for stupid lies, and not one single slur, 'cause we both prefer to talk without words, yet we understand the turn of a head,
the wave of a hand.
Our tongues need not move to make our thoughts known. It's magic, of course, this talk all our own. It's magic, of course, this talk all our own.
Life is better than listening to a commercial radio station playing endlessly a few resembling songs. If you feel that way, you came at the right place. Lite Lounge with Dimitri K plays the best award winners and independent artists around the world. Nowadays, we read a lot about artificial intelligence. According to Google, AI is the ability of computer systems to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence, like learning, problem solving, decision making, and understanding language, by recognizing patterns in vast amounts of data to act or predict outcomes. Today, our guest is Ava Bentley. She is the first ever AI country female artist, and yet she is a real person creating music, stories and lyrics, using AI as a tool to bring her vision to life. Welcome to Lite Lounge with Dimitri K. Ava.
Thank you so much for having me here on the show. I am so excited to be here. I look forward to telling you all about everything that I'm working on and, my music. So I'm really excited to be here with you today.
You're welcome, Ava. From your album Timeless, we're listening to Dream.
Through endless waves where the silence calls, we wander seeking one another in the sea of souls. Dreams, they carry us through the night, two flames searching for the same light. In the eyes of others, we seek ourselves, but only with you does my reflection appear. Captured from the sea of soul so wide, I cast my desires on the turning tide. Each longing returns, a whisper sign that your heart is destined to answer mine. Dreams, they carry us through the night, two flames searching for the same light. In the eyes of others, we seek ourselves, but only with you does my reflection appear. Dreams, they carry us through the night, guided by love, eternal and bright. Two souls united, no longer alone in the sea of souls. I found you, my love. I found my home. We seek ourselves in the eyes of another, twin souls entwined, eternal lovers. The ocean of longing, the current that streams, leads me to you. The heart of my dreams, in the sea of souls, our spirits entwined, a timeless longing, your heart and mine, inspired by a dream, etched from my heart, forever together and never apart.
As Albert Einstein said, logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. To create your artist's personality, you are using the innovative Sunu AI platform that is a powerful union of human storytelling and AI creativity. I'm very curious to hear about your imaginative work, your experience.
That's a great question. The irony is when I first saw anything on AI music, I saw it on the social media feed and I basically clicked on it and thought, well, that's kind of cool. And I quickly assembled some lyrics that I had an inspiration of seeing on TV, and the song came out beautifully. And I actually shared it with some friends on Facebook, and they're like, oh, that is so beautiful. You should put it on Spotify. And, I looked into that. I'm like, oh gosh, that seems kind of hard, and I only have one song, and I don't know if that makes any sense. So basically, I didn't touch it again for like literally 6 months. And then a friend had a birthday, and I decided to write a birthday song. using the same app, which wasn't Suno at the time. It was just a different one that was out there. And I wrote a birthday song, and it was really cute. And I'm like, maybe I should do this as a hobby and just have some fun with it. And I wrote another song, and it turned out really good. And I'm like, well, maybe I am onto something. But I was just doing it very periodically. Had no intent on doing it. And then a friend of mine introduced me to Suno. And so I did start to play with that, and I was using another platform as well, one called Shoom. And I was, creating these songs. I was writing my lyrics. I'd basically come up with some lyrics in my head, and I would write them down in my notes app on my iPhone. And next thing you know, I was creating, full songs and leveraging, both platforms. But over time, though it was just a hobby, I started to get more interested in it, maybe finding a way to create whole albums. And next thing you know, I've got albums out there. But what I'll tell you about the technology is it's a lot harder than you think. The software, I think, is continuing to progress, faster and more every single day. I love working with it. I think my music is getting better. I like to say I'm an artist that writes from the heart. And with this platform, it runs the gamut of, you can put in a few words and generate a song. I don't think that gives you a consistent output if you're a music creator or a digital creator of music. I think you're going to have to build consistency in your music. And the way I see that is done is, I'm building a persona. I'm using my lyrics. I'm telling my stories. I'm telling, stories of friends or family or in the future fans that will help me shape my music. And I think the technology is getting better and better. And I'm really enjoying working with it. I feel like it's really helped me tap into my artist creativity, things that I've lost, in the past that I just, didn't have the ability to create music like this. I didn't have that kind of talent to write, sheet music or to play instruments. I literally I write lyrics. And this has opened up a whole new world for me, and not just me, many others. And I think we'll see more artists coming forward who are very talented and skilled. And make no mistake, you've got to build a trade craft, skill with these technologies. It's not just you go in and you write something. If you want to produce solid music, solid songs that can be played, out on the streaming platforms, the radio, etc., that does require a lot of effort and work. And it takes time to get to that right song, the one is going to be the song you're confident pushing out there that your listeners are going to enjoy.
Your story and your artist's ingenuity supported by technology is what we listen now.
Your beauty glows, but the nights are dark. I wanna stay, I wanna try, but how much more before I can take the pain? You are a rose, I know, beautiful but hard to hold. I bleed for the love you command. Now I've got thorns in my hands. My love for you is real, but how do we both take a chance and heal? Ooh, you are my beautiful rose.
This is what's happening now, and yet as an exuberant young girl, your first language was music. You wrote little songs, performed for your family, and carried that love of singing through school and later in adult life. Then a couple of life-threatening situations changed the direction of your life. Can you share that with us?
You know, I like to say music was my first language. I started singing songs and memorizing lyrics when I was about 2 years old. More important, becoming a teenager, and I, fell in love with my high school sweetheart, and we ended up getting married and having a baby. And that was just more of a priority for me. And then when I had my baby, my daughter was diagnosed with a rare chromosomal disorder. And that really became, a big priority for me. I was her mother, her advocate, her nurse, her caretaker, and ended up getting divorced. And so being a single mother, she was my top priority. And then in 2017, something really tragic happened. I had developed throat nodules on my vocal cords. And so the doctor had said, well, you really need to remove those so that you don't need to worry about cancer in the future. Well, in my case, something did happen. There was a medical mishap. The doctor cut into my vocal cords on both sides into what they call the SLP layer. Of course, I didn't know this, and so I ended up having emergency surgery on my vocal cords. I had a partial paralyzation. So I bought a plane ticket, went to Boston, Massachusetts to get a consultation with the Voice Health Institute. And just like the other doctor, they scope, everything. And then the doctor took a step back and she's like, what are you doing later? And I'm like, oh, here we go again. And so I had to have, another surgery on my vocal cords. And fortunately, they were able to restore my speaking capability. And I did go through vocal lessons, and that's where I learned the devastating news that the damage was so significant to my vocal cords that I would never really be able to sing again. And now fast forward in time, I hadn't been feeling well for a couple of years, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I only come to find out, just a short time ago that I was having issues with my heart. And so I was, pursuing, okay, what is it? How bad is it? And it turned out to be quite significantly bad, to the point where I had major heart surgery and I had to take time away from work. Well, about a year and a half ago, I had played with AI music, and I just dabbled in it. I happened to, see it on a feed, as I had mentioned earlier. And, basically I just played around with it. This, just started to really emerge. And that's what brought me, here today, is that I didn't just create it as a hobby anymore. I was actually producing songs and albums and really loving it. And I look back and you always wonder, why did all these things happen to me? Maybe this is my future. Maybe this is what I'm going to do next in my life. And I'm starting to embrace that, and I'm really loving this and enjoying it and bringing my music out. And I like to say I am an artist who writes from the heart. And a lot of the songs that you will hear on my albums, including the Timeless album, are things that have come from my heart, experiences that I've had, or now I'm also listening to friends and family, and I'm telling their stories, and I'm also enjoying doing that. And so I just really love doing this now, and I really appreciate what I've been through in life, and that I still love singing, and I will still do singing. I just can't do it the way I once did. And AI is allowing me to bring music to the world, and I am really enjoying that now.
And it's so amazing to be able, via technology, to turn a life-threatening situation into a new creative life. That takes a lot of courage, commitment, and certainly knowledge.
This journey alone. I'll walk beside you every step of the way. In this crazy world, we all need a friend. And I promise.
We're listening to some of your tracks from your most recent release, Timeless. Your songs are rich of passion, love, and excitement. those are also components of real-life music. What is the balance between artificial intelligence and authentic human creativity in your music?
You know, anybody can go into the AI platforms and they can create a song. For me, it's more about, having that human element, and I view AI as a tool. And so I use it in just that way. And so I am creating lyrics. And, I like to say I'm also a storyteller. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go into my notes app and I'll wake up in the middle of the night with lyrics in my head. Sometimes I'll, hear a word and all of a sudden there's a song. The lyrics are like already flowing into my mind, an idea. And I literally stop myself and just write down in my notes app some of the lyrics, and I may come back and forth with it, and then once I feel like I've gotten a good basis of a song, depending on how many lyrics I've developed for that song, I will go and I'll put it into a chat GPT, or I might put it directly into the AI platform Suno, and I will co-generate. I'll put mine in, and I'm like, what do you think? And you generate some lyrics. How does that match up? And sometimes I like what they have, and sometimes I'm like, no, that's way off. Let me fix it. And so I look at it as that we're co-creating together. We're working together to create that final version of the song. And then what people don't understand is there is a lot of work, that will come with this. And so let's say I get the basis of the song, the lyrics, right? So now I've got the lyrics ready to create the song. Now I've got to tell, the platform, well, how do I want this song to sound? And, what kind of music, what instruments do I want? What kind of beat, melody, what have you? So that takes, a bit of an effort too. If I'm feeling it, and then sometimes I'll just keep going back to a particular song. For me, that's when I pretty much know that, I think this is the right song. When I've played it 10 to 15 times and the others are starting to, get weeded out, then I start to delete ones I think that just don't make the cut, and I start to narrow down. So for a particular song, it could take me 2 to 3 days to get to a particular song. Sometimes it could take me a week, and sometimes it may take me 5 minutes. It just depends on how well, the platform listened to what I was looking to create. And of course, you have the ability to edit and adapt what you're looking for the song to be. So, that's a lot of, I'm regenerating, or I'm creating new. No, this isn't right. Do it again. So it's, but for me, there's a lot of human intervention. You're not just throwing something in there and getting back the perfect song. Now, you can. I say people could win the lottery and put in a few words and spit out a perfect song. It's not impossible, but what will happen is there won't be consistency. And I think that's where the differentiation is going to be with these AI digital artists that are going to be, emerging into the industry, is that they will have consistent songs that will, flow, that will, continue to, draw in their listeners. Whereas if you're just going in there and throwing something in, yeah, you can do that. But if you aren't consistent, you won't be able to, stay in the game and, be able to create consistent music for your listeners.
In computer programming, there is a saying that the quality of the output from an information system is only as good as the quality of the input. So, knowing your craft gives you the results you're looking for. What does a regular working day for the artist Ava Bentley looks like?
Wow, what does a work day look like for Ava Bentley right now? Right now, I'm still working on some upcoming albums. And so I'm writing songs for those albums. I'm looking at, potentially writing a book and an album that are going to be in sync. For instance, chapter 1 will be the first song on the album, and so on and so forth. And so I'm working on that at this point in time. And really, it's just, I'm really enjoying creating the music, and that's what I'm focused on, at the moment. There's different things that are coming my way, but I've been pretty focused on finishing the upcoming album that I'm going to have ready to go out for this spring. And so that's, the big thing that I'm working on right now. And that's, that's what most of my day consists of at the moment.
All singers, composers, and producers are constantly in search of the next creative avenue. What are the directions of yours, Ava?
Well, funny you ask that. I actually do have quite a few things in the works. Not everything I can talk about right now. As you can imagine, being the first or the world's first AI country music artist, there's been a lot of interest in that. And there's a couple of really cool things that I have in the work, a couple projects. I just signed a deal for a TV show called Strike a Chord. That'll be coming out here in the next few weeks. And there'll be a lot more, press and information coming on that in the very near future. So I'm really excited about that. We're looking at some listening tours. And so, there's quite a few things in the works. I talked about my book. And so I'm going to be working on that, would be looking to promote that. Fans are helping me shape my music. I want to hear their stories. I want to tell their stories. And so we've got an app in development that's going to create that fan experience that I will be able to do things like that. So a lot of really great stuff, that I think is going to be coming out that I think will really be able to help me connect more with my fans. And, I'm really looking forward to that. And with the TV show coming, there's, potentially another one in the works that I can't really talk about at the moment, but there's more, information forthcoming on that. And I'm looking at, maybe developing a clothing line. I'd love to, be able to partner with an apparel company, somebody in the country and Western wear that maybe I can develop a clothing line with them. So I am looking for, different ways that I'm going to connect with my fans and, bring more of my music to them. So we're definitely working things behind the scenes, and I'm really excited about that. And I think you're gonna, there's gonna be more that's gonna come out in press releases, and where people can, find my TV show, where they can find my music app. So you're definitely gonna be hearing a lot more from Ava Bentley.
From what we hear, Ava, we see that the brand Ava Bentley has a lot to do in 2026. And now from the listeners of Lite Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Ava Bentley success with her album Timeless, and for those interested to purchase it, where is it available?
You can find all my music, including the Timeless album, out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music. You can also get it on Pandora, iHeartRadio. It's actually on 23 global streaming platforms, so you can find it just about anywhere. You can also visit my website at avabentley.com. I really appreciate you having me here. Thank you to all the listeners who are listening to my music. I really appreciate this opportunity, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ava. Let's complete our interview with the title song, Timeless.
In the beauty of our worth, in the echoes of forever, we'll write our a star that never fades. Through the years we'll shine in love serenades. Like an ancient tree rooted deep in the earth, forever will we blossom in the beauty of our worth. So let the clock keep ticking, we'll never catch its beat. In this endless dance of ours, our hearts will skip repeat. Together we'll define what it means to truly be. Our love is timeless. You're the heart that beats with me.
You're listening to Lite Lounge with Dimitri K. It's time to say goodbye. And remember, hesitation is temporary, music lasts forever. Most of the artists you heard on this show are independent artists. And if you like some of them, you can Google the name and find them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and the rest of the digital media, and that would be a great support for them. For any comments, suggestions and feedback, please email me at kopublishing@gmail.com. I'm Dimitri K, broadcasting from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida.